My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing Maison Francis Kurkdjian Gentle Fluidity Gold Edition Eau de Parfum. This is £95 for 30ml, 70ml is £165. The notes are juniper berries again, nutmeg, coriander again, musk, amber woods, vanilla. Do we have our bottles of Gentle Fluidity Gold? I've engaged with the high self. Let's get testing. So I'll just get it out the child-proof little casket. Oh, I like the colour. Like amethyst. Very pretty. Shapeless, formless, sweet. The coriander isn't sticking out this time. I just tested the silver one. But it's quite flat. I'm quite surprised. I expected this to be a radiant wall of fragrance. This is flat, more base heavy. I think you would layer these based upon musks, clean white musks, radiant, clean, trace amounts of vanillin. It is quite radiant. As it's drying, it's sort of radiating off my skin. It smells a little bit Parma violets, which is a bit weird. Parma violets are sweets in the UK. Violet little sweets, and this is the violets. Horrible, powdery, nannery sweets, but kind of whatever. Probably illegal now because of all the stuff in it, but that's what it's got. It's got a violet finish to it. The silver one's still quite radiant, and I tested the 724 and that was super radiant. This is flatter. So they're saying warm ambery woods. When they say warm, that's a choice of musks in it. You can generally tell, generally speaking. So this is like the vanillin and the musks. It's giving a warm fragrance that will wrap itself around you. So the wrapping itself around you is the musks, because musk heavy fragrances generally wrap, but it is Parma violets. I mean, 165 for Parma violets, I think it's a little bit excessive. Please leave your comments below if you think this is awesome, if you think it's just, you get this masses of sillage, like his work is sort of known for, if you think it's awesome, all the rest of it. I'd really like to know. I tried to read the comments to try to answer, but it's getting increasingly more difficult running a business. But this I am really curious because of everything I've tested of his. I've tested so far 2 ouds, both Baccarat Rouges, 724, silver, now the gold. This is the least radiant and it's the most surprising. This does not smell like his work at all. His work has a cleanness, crispness, radiance, sillage to it. I kind of imagine in the heat this would be awesome actually. So I imagine in the Middle East or in hotter countries this would be awesome. It's quite cold here today, so it's not radiating off my skin at all. The coriander is more palatable than silver, and that sort of green note I didn't really like. And the last one, this one is flatter, and that's the amount of musk in it. The amount of musk is flattening it to the skin, which means it's not going to come off your skin. The other one, I'm not doing a compare and contrast, even though I realize it's turning it into that. It's cleaner now, so this is like clean. This I cannot smell at all. I have to go in very, very close, which is a little bit surprising and perplexing. I mean, it's nice, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's heavy. And I went into this review thinking his work is always radiant, always clean, always that, you know, all the stuff. Even if you don't like it, you get a really good radiance, projection, longevity, all of that. And this I'm surprised at. But as it's drying down, it's sort of starting to come off the skin and it's quite nice actually. Clean, sweet, violety, very heavy. Again, I'm surprised. On to my final thoughts. There's a lot of going on here, and I kind of wish I'd applied it when I have a day off. I don't have day offs that often, that's the problem. And so saw how it wore and tested on a few people because it's not doing anything on my skin at all. And even musk heavy formulations can have radiance and cleanness coming off them. That's the nature of them. I mean, the ambroxan, the sweetness, the vanillin raw materials, the ethyl maltol whipping to the base is nice. The ambretolide again is apparent. They must go through tons and tons of ambretolide. Ambretolide is quite apparent. The fruit-like raw materials are quite apparent, but it's so flat. Please leave your comments below. I'm just so curious as to if it's just me and my skin or whether most people find this or what they find in the order. The Univalis, I think that's what it's called. I'm going to test that one next. We'll see. And I made a comparison of all of them and made which one I like in order. And that might be quite good. It's just so musk heavy. I mean, it's got the Hedeo and Isu Super. And there was a comment somewhere, which I want to sort of say, about, oh, Hedeo and Isu Super, they're used everywhere. Well, they're used everywhere because they're industrially brilliant. They're non-allergenic. They don't react. They're a really good solvent as well. You can they don't go off. They don't do anything. They're just brilliant to work with, and they give the core of modern perfumery. And I don't think there's anything wrong with working with that. That's what modern perfumery smells like. And I don't know, I didn't really understand. It was a bit of a silly comment about, since Isu Super and Hedion have been around, perfumery is lost it or something. It's one of those sort of comments. And I kind of thought, what a silly comment, because Hedion and Isu Super are the core of modern perfumery. You can work around it with other stuff, but it's just so easy to work with, and it's nice to work with. Going back to this. So this is a little bit too heavy in musk. I can't smell it. It's not really doing much, but I know on a positive from how it's constructed, it's not going to come off my skin. And I kind of think with this one, this would be good as a base raw material to apply fragrances over the top. So if you've got it and you're finding you don't know what to do with it because it's kind of not doing anything, use it as a fragrance booster or a fragrance longevity, all that sort of stuff. Go through my final marks. Safe, legal, compliant, super professional, super fantastico. Longevity and projection. The longevity is awesome. I know that. The projection, I can't smell anything. So I don't know about how to feel about that. Quite surprised. I feel a little bit disappointed. I thought it was going to be like the others, but sweeter. But I didn't think it was going to be constructed so heavily around musk. I'm not at 7 out of 10. It's kind of, I like it. If the musk was toned down a bit and it had the projection of the others, I think I'd really like it to be my favorite, because it's sweeter. It's sweet and cold, which is just such a lovely smell. But the amount of musk in it, just flattening to the skin. I like it, but I can't. I'll have to go in quite close. Please leave your comments below. Help me out. Tell me what you think of it. So you love that review? Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.